Hi folks, this is Kenneth Price, your psychiatric shaman. All right, I'm still on my way to California, Oregon. I'm in California, on my way to Oregon. I stopped at this very beautiful freeway rest stop because one more video. I was driving and I got this other hit that it's time to do another short video for the community, the medically injured community. You haven't watched my other videos, you know my spiel, okay? I call myself the psychiatric shaman because I got to the other side of 25 years psychiatry. Polydrugged for 25 years on countless psych meds. They all said I had a mental illness and required psych meds for the rest of my life. I got into my 40s and I said enough is enough. There's got to be a better way. The reason I come back to this community specifically is because you're all going through withdrawals. You've all chosen to get on the freeway off-ramp of psychiatry. No pun intended, because there's the freeway and I had to get to the off-ramp to get to this rest stop. You've all made that decision. And now that you've made that decision, you want light at the end of the tunnel. You don't want it, you need it. That's why I come back. I offer experience, strength, and hope, and I've called myself the psychiatric shaman. It's turned into a ministry. Okay, so what does a psychiatric shaman do? Does he have some magical pill that'll take your withdrawals away? He has something much more valuable, because there is no such pill. You figured that out by now. He has a lighthouse in the form of a testimony, in the form of a trail of breadcrumbs, in the form of compassion and empathy. Because I was once going through where you find yourself now, and I felt hopeless. There's hope, folks. So this is why I'm making those videos. So the title of this video, wait, I had a really interesting title. No, I can't think of the interesting title. I know the subject of it. So we're gonna call this one. Now remember the way the psychiatric shaman works. The psychiatric shaman is reframing this for you. This whole ministry is about a reframe, because that is what pulled me through to the other side. I stopped calling it a benzo withdrawal. I stopped going back. I stopped trying to capture my old life, and I stopped blaming my doctors. And that wasn't easy either. I'm not shitting you, folks. It was not easy. If it were easy, I just would have, gone on with my life and gone back into architecture and started, redesigning homes. No. This is much more important than architecture. This is much more important than designing homes. This is helping you to find your butterfly. But we're not talking about butterflies today, because we got a completely new metaphor. That's what the psychiatric shaman does, is he reframes it for you with a new metaphor, and I have a new one for you today. Here's how I want you to review your withdrawals. Nothing is going wrong. Okay? This is going to be very hard for you to accept, so I've got to deliver this message with a kid glove, and especially in a video. I want you to know for a moment that in the world that I decided, the world that I live in today, nothing has gone wrong. First step. But if I just come out and say that, you're gonna drive all the way out to Oregon and punch me in the nose, because that's a horrible thing to say to someone who's suffering. So I'm gonna follow it up with a metaphor to explain to you where I'm coming from. All right? Here's the next one. I come from California, south, where we had very temperate weather. Never got below freezing. Sunshine most of the time. Now I live in Oregon, where it's much colder during the winter. It actually freezes, and we don't get as much sunshine. But there's something that Oregon has that California doesn't have. They're called springtime bulbs. That may be the title of this video, Springtime Bulbs. And I'll tell you why I'm telling you about springtime bulbs. Because in order for a springtime bulb, here, I I even wrote some down and put them in my pocket. Yeah, I wrote it here on a small tablet. We'll get to the different varieties. In order for the bulb to bloom colorful in the springtime, folks, it has to be buried underground. And that ground has to freeze. Okay? And that's how I want you to view your withdrawals from now on. You are a bulb, and you have been planted deep underground, and it's the cold of winter, and it's freezing. Okay? Is that bulb dead? Have you been damaged? You answer that question for me. That's the reason I come back, to show you the face of a man who's... You know where I'm going with this. Okay? This is the metaphor how I want to reframe the withdrawals for the people who are in the medically injured community. Today the video is going to be about springtime bulbs. Instead of talking about the allopathic medical model, you're going to need to talk about that. You've watched my other videos. You need to find accurate tapering schedules. You need to find nutrition, supplements, diet, exercise, because it takes a lot to go through one of these. In addition to the spiritual component, which is where I come in. Okay? Psychiatric Shaman is telling you right now that you are a bulb and you have been planted. That's the good news. The truth is, folks, that in Oregon we don't get colorful springtime bulbs. We can't, because the ground doesn't freeze. We get ordinary bulbs. We don't get those beautiful tulips with the violet colors and the different shades of red and pink and white. We don't get those in Oregon. It freezes where I live now. And where you are right now, metaphorically, is exactly the same place that bulb has to sit through the months of December, January, and February. This is seasonal, folks. I want you now to back out of the caterpillar to cocoon metaphor. I want you to back out of the dark forest metaphor. I want you to back out of the Dr. Quantum metaphor from my other 3 videos, and now we got metaphor number 4. You are all springtime bulbs. That's the new perspective. That's the new narrative. Have you been damaged? Has that bulb been damaged when it's been planted? Folks, this is the way of it. I'm sorry to let you in on the secret, but for all of mankind, this is the way new life propagates. And it's very uncomfortable. And it's very frightening. And it's very lonely. And mine was too. Okay? That's why I come back with compassion. I want to just reframe this and let you guys know what's really happening. And I want to let you in on the secret. When a lot of people ask me the questions, which are perfectly sincere and understandable, when will I heal? When did you heal? I come back with another question. I don't even come back with a question. I come back with a statement of excitement. And this is when I get to read the list of the bulbs that I found off of the Google search before I stopped, to make this video. When you ask me when am I going to heal, I'm going to ask you the question. Are you a tulip? Are you a daffodil? Are you a crocus? Are you an iris? Are you a gladiola? Are you a dahlia? Or are you a bluebell? And you're going to come back to me and say, I don't know. And I'm going to say, I don't know either. But I can't wait to find out. And that's where I want you folks to go. I want you folks to ask the question. There's another question to ask. Ask, am I a tulip, a daffodil, a crocus, a hyacinth, an iris, a gladiola, a dahlia, or a bluebell? Because when the springtime hits, folks, and you start to see the first emergence of new life peeking through the snow, then you'll be able to answer your own question. My only role as a psychiatric shaman is to give you guys the encouragement to hang out this winter. It's been done by countless others who have gone through a winter. A winter, by the way, is a dark night of the soul. A winter is a cocoon. And a winter is just the way new life has got to propagate, while we're choosing this human assignment. How does that sound for a metaphor? Was that helpful? It's got to be. Because on the other side of my withdrawals, I was a flower too. It's kind of like, folks, remember the song by the Byrds in the 1960s? To everything turn and turn, there is a season, turn and turn. You fill in the rest. It was a line from the Bible, from Ecclesiastics. This is your season, folks. This is your winter. And let's all meet in the springtime meadow, because you're going to be a beautiful bulb, I guarantee. You can't not heal, folks. The forces of evolution are unstoppable. And remember, this is not coming from a New Age life coach. This is coming from a man who spent 25 years of his life on countless psychiatric meds, who was diagnosed with more than one mental illness, and let's not forget the benzodiazepines and the drugs and the alcohol. I'm not shitting you, folks. You're all going to be fine, and you're going to come out springtime as a bulb. I want to be around to see it. And so do you. All right, 11 and a half minutes from Kenneth Price at the rest stop. Can I find a better backdrop for some of my videos? Apparently not. You can hear all the trucks in the background. All right, same way with all my videos. Leave your comments below. What works? What's helping? What can you hear? Do I need to slow down? Now, you're probably not going to ask me to speed up, so you're going to ask me to slow down. All right. In addition to that, I'm going to put my Facebook link in the bottom, because this is about outreach, folks. The way that I keep in this new paradigm, and this is a new paradigm, by the way. I'm spoon feeding y'all with video after video. My spiels, my trail of breadcrumbs into this new paradigm. New paradigm's not about selfishness. The new paradigm's not about me. The new paradigm's about service. It's about us. That's my spiel. So FaceTime me. If this is ringing true for you, I'll leave my Facebook link at the bottom. Message me. If you've watched my other videos, I repeat this, by the way, because I want to make these videos holographic. You can watch one or you can watch them all. But so I have to repeat myself. But this is important, because this has become my motto. The Psychiatric Shaman actually has a slogan for the medically injured community. And you all know what it is. You've not been damaged. Is that bulb being damaged when it's frozen underground? Are you going to dig it up and throw it away? No. I'm telling you, don't dig up the bulb. And I'm also telling you, you've not been damaged. Because who you are cannot be damaged. But in order to have that beautiful springtime show, we have to be frozen. That's how I want to reframe this withdrawal. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, so leave your comments below if these are helpful. Leave me a message on Facebook. We can FaceTime, and you're all going to be fine. I love you. It opened up my heart, folks. That's the short and sweet of it. My withdrawals opened my heart. I had to be broken open. It's not a very popular New Age statement, because other people want it an easier, softer way. My awakening was not unicorns and rainbows. I was literally broken open. I was frozen. And I'm here to tell you that the reason you've not been damaged is who you are is just like that bulb. Not only can it not be damaged, but it's going to spring new life. That's my definition of healing. I love you all. God bless. Have a happy holidays. Bye.